My interest in disordered eating evolved out of my clinical work with women's issues in therapy, those issues related to the experience of being female in our society today. Disordered eating emerged as a struggle prevalent among women. As more and more girls and women with eating disorders came to see me, I found myself fascinated by them, because, contrary to what I had been led to believe by my colleagues, and what much of the literature had indicated, they were not terribly difficult, resistant clients, but some of the brightest, most talented, most creative people I had ever met. This, however, was not how they perceived themselves. They saw themselves as incompetent, worthless, and unattractive. Intrigued by this discrepancy between my perception and theirs, I listened carefully to their stories. By offering up their life stories for scrutiny, these women were hoping to find some clues, some answers to the origin of this mysterious obsession that consumed their lives. One woman would tell of the abuse she suffered from her father, while another would describe a father who encouraged her and applauded her every accomplishment. One woman would describe an alcoholic mother who was preoccupied with survival and had little nurturing to give her, while another would tell of her experience with a doting, sometimes overprotective mother. There were women who suffered the loss of a parent through death or divorce, and women whose families remained close-knit units. For every tale of woe, there was a tale of a life with few apparent hardships. While no particular pattern emerged from the details of their stories, I began to notice an underlying theme, a certain flavor to their diverse experiences that remained constant. The common thread seemed to be a pervasive sense of not quite fitting in, of not quite seeing things the way others did, of being a misfit. I learned that as very young girls, these women were bright and gifted, and had an exceptional ability to perceive subtle realities. More often than not, a woman who struggled with disordered eating was once a girl who saw the invisible, who read between the lines, who sensed when things were not right. She noticed when people said one thing but did another. She could discern certain patterns of behavior and anticipate what was to come next. She knew when someone was being insincere or dishonest. Her family, for one reason or another, did not appreciate her gift. They did not want to be confronted with discrepancies in their behavior, or to address what seemed to be odd concerns or avant-garde ideas. They did not want to deal with her ultra-sensitivity to emotional undercurrents, and at times they were threatened by her precociousness.